game of the week for one, a possible spot in the playoffs. And then there's that bragging rights thing, which is really important in this rivalry. Dave Staley joins us live now from Bradley Central. Dave, thought it'd be a good game? Hey, a great game, huh?
You know, Darryl, we've been hankering for these games of the week to be good games. We've had a few good ones this year. Most of them, sadly, they look great on paper, but they've turned out to be lopsided affairs. Not tonight. Not only, as you said, bragging rights on the line, but a whole lot to play for in terms of the district seeding. Let's pick it up and show you what we have right off the bat. Just 4 minutes into this game, the Raiders draw first blood. Cleveland's first possession, number 1 in your hearts and program, C.J. Bryant. He not only scores a 21-yard touchdown, but as one can see, he dribbles the football along the way. Nice bounce. Thank you very much. Kind of lucky, 7-0. Stays that way until the second quarter, and that's when the Bears tie it up. Quarterback Chad Copeland. Nice pass to D. Crisp, and Crisp simply bowls his way into the end zone, 24 yards out. At the break, it's 7-7, still anybody's ball game. But this baby turns in the third quarter. Bradley Central on top by a field goal. This turns out to be our play of the game. Quarterback Copeland. He's got the football. He's got a lot of running room. Gone. 75 yards and the touch. That made it 16-7. Turned out to be the margin of victory, actually. Cleveland would score a late touchdown, but the Raiders didn't have enough time to get the football back and maybe drive for a winning field goal, even a winning touchdown. Ball game. 16-14. Bears win it for the second year in a row. Bradley Central knocks off crosstown rival Cleveland 16-14. And afterwards, I asked Bryce Copeland, who was our This TV Game of the Week Player of the Game, asked Bryce, hey, when'd you know you had this thing in the bag?
When I took that touchdown to the house, that 75-yard touchdown to the house, I knew we were not going out. We weren't going to lose this game, and not on our field. This is our game. And we took it. It's unbelievable. I will remember this game for the rest of my life. And like I said, just give credit to Lou. They played our hearts out. And we came out on top, and that's what we're planning on doing. Now we got a big game, get some men, Miami men for this championship. That's what we wanted to do this season. Us men, play it out, and that's what we're going to get.
And of course, I know that Bryce is not Chad. Of course, Bryce's uncle is Chad Copeland, the former basketball player at UTC. We talked about Chad during the game. That's why I called Bryce Chad. But I know that Bryce is Bryce. Bryce Copeland, our player of the game. Big win tonight for Bryce's Bears, 16-14. And Darryl, as I send it back to you, big game next week with McMinn County. Bradley Central ought to be a dandy. As for Cleveland, now 5-4 on the season. Heartbreaking loss tonight for the Blue Raiders.
Attaboy, Dave. It will be a big win next week, as Dave says. The Bears chasing McMinn County in the race for the District 5-3A title. The Cherokees have already beaten Cleveland. They host the Bears next week. McMinn County played at Saudi Daisy tonight, hoping to nail down at least a tie for the district title and a spot in the playoffs. The Trojans, only 2 wins in 8 games, had nothing at stake really except maybe to play spoiler.